Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing the take 2 on my most popular video so far, which is which Chanel is real. Today in take 2 we'll be doing the Chanel Classic Flap in Caviar in black. So stay tuned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through the close-ups first, and then you can make a guess on which is real and which is fake in the comments below. And then after that, all will be revealed. Okay, so let's get down to it. For reference sake, we'll call this Classic Flap A and this is Classic Flap B. Okay, first we have the front of the bag. Now the lock, let's see how it turns. So I'm not going to review like the packaging and all that kind of stuff, because honestly when you're buying a fake, does the packaging really matter? It's just a little bit of an add-on, isn't it? To me at least. So I'm going to skip that part. Okay, now we go to the inside of the bag. Now the side profile. Then to the back of the bag. Now to the bottom of the bag. Next, I'm going to show you the chains. So let me just find the part where the kind of the leather is joined together in the chains. We are done. So, which did you guess was the real one? Are you ready for the big reveal? So, are you ready for the big reveal? The real one in today's video is the gold one. Okay guys, so transparency first. I got this bag free of charge because they sent it to me to review on this channel. However, I did tell them when they asked me if I wanted to review that I would not guarantee a good review of any of their products, because honesty is the most important thing here. And besides, this is not how I earn money anyway. If I was counting on earning money from YouTube, I would probably starve to death. So this is more of a passion thing for me. Yeah, so I'm going to be freely honest, even though I got this bag free. Would I consider this the top end fake? No, actually. Unfortunately, it is not at the really tip-top end. But would I consider this a high-end fake? Yes, I would. In general, the quality of this bag, I have to say, is actually excellent. If you also watch my beige Claire real versus fake video, one of the better points of this particular fake than the beige Claire fake, than the beige Claire fake is actually the chain. I think they got the chain spot on in this case, whereas in the beige Claire fake, in the beige Claire fake, the chain definitely had issues. It was very stiff, it didn't flow properly. In this case, this one versus the real one, to be fairly honest, I would actually say the chains on the real one are a little bit stiffer. This is just product variants, even in Chanel. But the biggest downside for this fake, and the one thing that I cannot forgive, kind of, is the leather itself. I'll try and show you in the close-up. Basically, as all Caviar leathers, the leather itself is made up of little round spots. However, in the real Chanel, it almost looks like they have sandpapered down the spots a little bit or smoothened it down a little bit, so it becomes smoother even though you can see the grain. What this does is that it creates a flatter surface and therefore gives the bag a lot more shine. As you can see here, it is so shiny. And this is without any conditioning or anything like that. It is just this way. But for the fake in this case, the graining is more protruded, I would guess. So because of this, it affects the shine because it isn't a flat surface that light can reflect off. I actually put 3 coatings of the leather conditioner already on this bag to give it a little bit more shine. However, as you can see here, the real Chanel is still a lot shinier than this one. If I run my finger across the real one, it actually feels pretty smooth, even though you can see the grain. Whereas if I run my finger across the fake one, it's actually pretty rough. So that is my main complaint in this case. Actually, that is the only complaint I have in this case. In every other aspect of the bag, I feel they have actually done pretty well. So it is still a really, really good fake. Would I call this out if I saw it on the streets? Definitely not. Because, I mean, even a real Chanel bag can lose its shine over time. Yeah, it's definitely not call outable unless maybe you have them side by side. Yeah, so this is actually a very good fake. And it is actually...
This is a lot more fat, wider. She hasn't been using this one much. She doesn't really like the color. And it's a lambskin, so it's if you wear it as a crossbody. She says she's worried that she's gonna damage the leather. Okay, so let me show you the chain length. Okay, I forgot to show you the dust bag. All the mini dust bags are black, whereas the Lori also came in white. But because mini is not considered as a classic line, which I don't understand, it comes in a black dust bag. So she said this one is a when she got a couple years back, or this one's the longest one. I think it comes with in a black. Comes with the black Chanel mini, but the texture of this one and this one is different. This is a lot thicker fabric, and this one almost is a see-through. I don't know if you can see my finger right there. So it's a thinner fabric compared to this one. So I think they changed the fabric dust bag. Oops, the other way. Dust bag. But Chanel mini comes in a black dust bag instead of the white one with the Coco Chanel. Okay, so the length on the lorry bag, it hits right here. I don't know if you can see. Let me bring the other bag. Okay. So this is the authentic one. This is lorry bag. It hits about the same. Alright. Okay, let me bring this black. I feel like the black one is a little bit shorter, but then is this one, among the authentic line, there's a slight difference in chain length, so I'm not too worried. Last one, yeah, about the same. Oh, it's about right here. I think this one's slightly shorter too, but compared to the yellow one, this is exactly the same length. So I don't know if the different season has a different length, but in general, it's about the same.
So they did inform me that what they use to make the fake one is sheepskin and the authentic one is lambskin. So it's just a more mature leather and is not as expensive as lambskin because lambskin is baby. So. And I think that's all that I have to say for today. I mean, this was a really great experience. I got to like see firsthand what to look out for, and I feel like this has definitely increased my knowledge, and I'm now extra like vigilant and able to be a little bit more OCD. I definitely took on a risk because I wasn't sure if this was gonna come out looking like total crap and it'll be like way too obvious, and so I'm really glad for how this went down, how smooth it was, that I didn't get scammed first and foremost. And I honestly feel like within that 20 minutes of looking over and comparing, contrasting the two, I have learned so much more than I ever have just from like talking and listening to people on what to look out for. I'm just like that type of learner where I have to feel it, go through it, and then I know for myself. I hope this was also educational and helpful for you. You can never tell, especially with like so-called super fakes around. I don't think this was a super fake because apparently with like super fakes it would be very, very hard to tell those details, whereas with this one I caught quite a lot of things. This is probably just like a very good replica, but not to the level of a super fake. There's still a lot of super fakes that end up passing through authenticators and get sold in a lot of third-party websites than with their own hired authenticators. So yeah, that just gives me so much anxiety. And so even though as a person I don't even know how to authenticate, so what I ended up doing was always just buy from boutiques so that I don't have that anxiety. But for myself, I wanted to learn how to be able to tell. I hope like you learned a little something. I know it's like a little bit messy. I'm in the
before and I was like, oh, this can't be, it's such a good quality. But the handle ones, they're so used, I think. And then there's no camben, rue de camben there, and then the hardware, there was just no gold plated, it's not even anymore. And I was like, oh, the lining and then the serial number stitched into it. Really, really, you have to be careful in checking them. Really, you have to have a history. So when the authenticator of my seller said this is a new model, by then I was waiting for another authenticator to come back to me, and little did I know that they come back to me immediately. You have to check your account and not on the email, because most of the time they email you this is that. So it came back authentic, which from my seller, 2 of the email authenticator already said this authentic, and then from another lady that I know are good with Chanel, she already said it's authentic, and then another company said to me via email it's authentic. So this is definitely authentic. You have to bear in mind that this is an older model, 10 years older than the new model. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. It's like Louis Vuitton. That's why I like Louis Vuitton. You have some fonts, pattern, you know, stitches with Louis Vuitton vintage comparing to newer model that I